Good morning to everybody. Today I will going to explain about 2022 Botany NEET paper. So first bit వచ్చేసరికి which of the following is not a method of exit conservation? ఇక్కడ four options ఉన్నాయి. National parks, micro propagation, crypto preservation, in vitro fertilization. So option is national parks. The next bit kallam. Given below are the two statements. Statement 1 is the primary CO2 acceptor in C4 plants is phosphoenol pyruvate and is found in the mesophyll cells. Statement 2 is mesophyll cells of C4 plants lack Rubisco enzyme. In the light of the above statements, choose the correct answers from the options given below. Option 1, both statement 1 and statement 2 are incorrect. And statement B, statement 1 is correct but statement 2 is incorrect. Statement 1 is correct but statement 2 is correct. So, which option is right? Both statement 1 and statement 2 are correct. 8 statements మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి చూద్దాం. The primary CO2 acceptor in C4 plants is phosphoenol pyruvate and is found in the mesophyll cells. Right? So, second statement is mesophyll cells of C4 plants lack Rubisco enzyme. Why? Because Rubisco enzyme is present in the bundle sheath. Right? So, in the Rubisco enzyme. Right? So both statements are right. The next XO type of sex determination can be found in XO type of sex determination can be found in XO type of sex determination. XO type of sex determination ఎందులో ఉంటుంది చెప్పండి. XO type of sex determination can be found in XO type of sex determination can be found in grasshoppers. Grasshoppers. In old trees, the greater part of the secondary is the element dark brown and resistant to insects attack due to first one secretion of secondary metabolites and their deposition in the lumina vessels. Second, deposition of organic compounds like tannins and resins in the central layer of the stem. Third one, deposition of suberin and aromatic substances in the outer layer of the stem. Next, four, deposition of tannins, gums, resins and aromatic substances in the peripheral layers of the stem. And next statement is presence of parenchyma cells, functionally active xylem elements and essential oils. Choose the correct answers. A correct in the law 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Secretion of secondary metabolites and their deposition in the lumen of vessels. Deposition of organic compounds like tannins and resins in the central layers of stem. Then next, which of the following is not absorbed during apoplastic pathway? So, ఏమేమున్నాయి ఈ స్టేట్మెంట్ చూద్దాం. The movement does not involve crossing of cell membrane. The movement is aided by cytoplasmic streaming. Apoplast is continuous and does not provide any barrier to water movement. Movement of water occur through intercellular spaces and wall of the cells. So, which of the following is not absorbed during apoplastic pathway in these statements? Apoplast is continuous and does not provide any barrier to water movement is the wrong statement. The next, given below are two statements. One is labeled as assertion A and the other is labeled as reason R. Assertion A, polymerase chain reaction is used in DNA amplification. Reason R, the ampicillin resistant gene is used as a selectable marker to check transformation. Both A and R are correct, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Next చూద్దాం. Which one of the following statement is not true regarding gel electrophoresis technique? First statement చూడండి, the separate DNA fragments are stained by using ethidium bromide. The presence of chromogenic substrate gives blue colored DNA bands on the gel. Bright orange colored bands of DNA can be observed in the gel when exposed to UV light. The process of extraction of separated DNA strands from gel is called as elution. Which statement is wrong statement? Children, the presence of chromogenic substrate gives blue colored DNA bands on the gel. So it's a wrong statement. A bands ఏ కలర్ లో కనిపిస్తాయి? ఆరెంజ్ బ్యాండ్స్ కదా. The next, the gaseous plant growth regulator is used in plants to promote root growth and root hair formation to increase the absorption surface, help overcome apical dominance, kill dicotyledonous weeds in the field, speed up the malting process. Which statement is right? Promote root growth and root hair formation to increase the absorption surface. The next, what amount of energy is released from the glucose during lactic acid fermentation? Less than 7%. Less than 7%. Read the following statements about the vascular bundles. First statement చూద్దాం. In roots, xylem and phloem in a vascular bundle are arranged in an alternate manner along the different radii. Second statement, conjoined closed vascular bundles do not possess cambium. Third statement, in open vascular bundles, cambium is present in between xylem and phloem. Fourth statement, the vascular bundles of dicotyledonous stem possess endarch protoxylem. Fifth statement is in monocotyledonous root. Usually there are more than 6 xylem bundles are present. ఇందులో correct answers correct answers from the options 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, right? All the statements are right. Okay, right? So statements మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి చూద్దాం. In roots, xylem and phloem in a vascular bundle are arranged in an alternate manner along the different radii. Conjoined closed vascular bundles do not possess cambium. In open vascular bundles, cambium is present in between xylem and phloem. The vascular bundles of dicotyledonous stem possess endarch protoxylem. In monocotyledonous root, usually there are more than 6 xylem bundles. So all the statements are right. So next, student, identify the correct set of statements. First statement, the leaflets are modified into pointed hard thorns in citrus and bougainvillea. Axillary buds from slender and spirally coiled tendrils in cucumber and pumpkin. And stem is flattened and fleshy in opentia and modified to perform the function of leaves. And next statement, the rhizophora shows vertically upward growing roots that helps to get oxygen for respiration. The next, subaerially growing stems in grasses and strawberry helps in vegetative propagation. Choose the correct answer. In the correct statement answer చూద్దాం. 2, 3, 4, 5. Axillary buds form slender and spirally coiled tendrils in cucumber and pumpkin, right? So stem is flattened and fleshy in opentia and modified to perform the function of leaves, right? The next, rhizophora shows vertically upward growing roots that helps to get oxygen for respiration. The next statement, subaerially growing stem in grasses and strawberry helps in vegetative propagation. The next statement, next objective. Which one of the following plants does not show plasticity? Plasticity చూడండి, coriander, buttercup, onion, maize ఇచ్చారు. So coriander, buttercup, cotton examples కదా plasticity ki. So maize is not an example for this. So maize is the answer. The next, given below are the two statements. Clistogamous flowers are invariably autogamous. The next student is statement 2. Clistogamy is disadvantageous as there is no chance for cross pollination. So both statements 1 and 2 are correct. The next Gittling experiment was performed by plant physiologists to identify the plant tissue through which. సో దీన్ని ఎందుకు యూజ్ చేస్తాం గ్రిడ్లింగ్ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ ని? ఫుడ్ ఈస్ ట్రాన్స్పోర్టెడ్, ఫుడ్ ఫ్లోయం ద్వారా ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్ అవుతుందని తెలుసుకోవడానికి యూజ్ చేస్తాం. ఫుడ్ ఈస్ ట్రాన్స్పోర్టెడ్. ద నెక్స్ట్ hydrocolloid carrageen is obtained from Rhodophyceae, red algae, right? So given below are two statements. Statement 1, Mendel studied 7 pairs of contrasting traits in pea plant and proposes the law of inheritance. The next 7 characters examined by Mendel in his experiment on pea plant were seed shape and color, flower color, pod shape and color, flower position and stem height. Right? So in that both statements 1 and 2 are correct. Right? So then next చూద్దాం. Production of cucumber has increased manifold in recent years. Application of which of the following phytohormone has resulted in this increased yield, as the hormone is known to produce female flowers in the plants? Ethylene, right? So the process of translation of mRNA to proteins begins as soon as the small subunit of ribosome encounters mRNA. The next, habitat loss and fragmentation. Fragmentation, overexploitation, alien species invasion, and coextensions are causes for biodiversity loss. Biodiversity loss. Read the following statements and choose the set of correct statements. So first statement చూడండి, euchromatin is loosely packed chromatin. Second statement చూడండి, heterochromatin is transcriptionally active. Next చూడండి, histone octamer is wrapped by negatively charged DNA in nucleosome. తర్వాత histones are rich in lysine and arginine. The next, a typical nucleosome contains 400 base pairs of DNA helix. So A statements right ఇక్కడ. First statement చూడండి, euchromatin is loosely packed chromatin, right? Then next third statement, histone octamer is wrapped by negatively charged DNA in nucleosome. Then next fourth statement చూడండి, histones are rich in lysine and arginine. So 1, 3 and 4th statements are right. So the next student, which of the following is incorrectly matched? ఇక్కడ ఏమి ఇచ్చారు? యూలోథ్రిక్స్ మానిటాల్, పార్ఫైరా ఫ్లోరిడియన్ స్టార్చ్, వాల్వాక్స్ స్టార్చ్, ఎక్టోకార్పస్ ఫ్యూకోసాంథిన్, రైట్? విచ్ ఇస్ ఇన్కరెక్ట్లీ మ్యాచ్డ్? యూలోథ్రిక్స్ మానిటాల్. యూలోథ్రిక్స్ స్టార్చ్ ఉండాలి కదా, యూలోథ్రిక్స్ మానిటాల్ అన్నాడు. సో ఇట్స్ ఎ రాంగ్ వన్. ద నెక్స్ట్, ద device which can remove particulate matter present in the exhaust from a thermal power plant is the device which can remove particle matter from in the exhaust from a thermal power point. Electrostatic precipitator. Electrostatic precipitator. Electrostatic precipitator. The device which can remove particulate matter present in the exhaust from a thermal power plant is exostatic precipitator. The next, DNA polymorphism forms the basis of both genetic mapping and DNA fingerprinting. The next, which one of the following statements cannot be connected to predation? It might lead to extinction of a species, both the interaction species and negatively impacted. It is necessitated by nature to maintain the ecological balance. It helps in maintaining the species diversity in community. So both the interacting species are negatively impacted. Both the interacting species are negatively impacted. The next, చూడండి, which one of the following never occurs during mitotic cell division? ఏమేమి ఇచ్చారు ఇక్కడ? మూమెంట్ ఆఫ్ సెంట్రియోల్స్ టువర్డ్స్ ఆపోజిట్ పోల్స్, pairing of homologous chromosomes, coiling and condensation of the chromatids, spindle fibers attached to kinetochores of the chromosomes. Pairing of homologous chromosomes. It never occurs. The next, in mitosis, it occurs in the meiosis, right? Exoskeleton of arthropods is composed of chitin. What is the net gain of ATP when each molecule of glucose is converted to two molecules of pyruvic acid? 2. Which one of the following plants shows vexillary aestivation and diadalpous stamens? Pisum sativum. Identify the incorrect statement related to pollination. First statement in the pollination by wind is more common amongst abiotic pollination. Second statement, flowers produce fall odors to attract flies and beetles to get pollinated. Next, third option, moths and butterflies are the most dominant pollinating agents among the insects. Next, fourth option, pollination by water is quite rare in flowering plants. Which option is incorrect? Moths and butterflies are the most dominating pollinating agents among the insects. Next, student, given below are two statements. Statement 1, decomposition is a process in which the detritus is degraded into simpler substances by microbes. Statement 2, decomposition is faster if the detritus is rich in lignin and chitin. Statement 1 is correct, but statement 2 is incorrect. Statement 1 is decomposition is a process in which the detritus is degraded into simpler substances by microbes is the correct. Decomposition is faster if the detritus is rich in lignin and chitin is incorrect. The appearance of recombination nodules on homologous chromosomes during meiosis characterizes sites at which crossing over occurs. Which one of the following produces nitrogen fixing nodules on the roots of Alnus frankia? Which one of the following is not true regarding the releasing of energy during ATP synthesis through chemiosmosis? It involves breakdown of electron gradient, movement of protons across the membrane to the stroma, reduction of NADP plus to NADPH2 on the stroma side of the membrane. The next, breakdown of the proton gradient. So, which statement is not true? Breakdown of electron gradient, right? So it is proton gradient, right? So the next, the flowers are zygomorphic in. ఇక్కడ కొన్ని ఆప్షన్స్ ఇచ్చారు చూడండి, మస్టర్డ్, గుల్మోహర్, కేషియా, దతూరా, చిల్లీ. సో ఏమేంటివి? సెకండ్ అండ్ త్రీ ఏమున్నాయి ఇక్కడ? గుల్మోహర్ అండ్ కేషియా. The next, match the list 1 and list 2. So list 1 చూద్దాం. Manganese functions in splitting of water during photosynthesis. Magnesium activates enzymes of respiration. Boron requires for pollen germination. Iron activates the enzyme catalase. Then next, the addition of more solutes in a given solution will lower its water potential. Read the following statements on lipids and find out the correct set of statements. చూద్దాం ఇట్లా correct set of statements. First statement, lecithin found in the plasma membrane is a glycolipid. Saturated fatty acids possess one or more CC bonds. Gingerly oil has lower melting point, hence remains as oil in winter. Lipids are generally insoluble in water but soluble in some organic solvents. Next statement is, when fatty acid is esterified with glycerol, monoglycerides are formed, right? So choose the correct answers. The correct statement in the third, fourth and fifth. Third statement in the gingerly oil has lower melting point, hence remains as oil in winter. Lipids are generally insoluble in water but soluble in some organic solvents. The next statement, when fatty acid is esterified with glycerol, monoglycerides are formed. Next, student, what is the role of large bundle sheath cells found around the vascular bundles in C4 plants? To increase the number of chloroplasts for the operation of Kelvin cycle. The entire fleet of buses in Delhi were converted to CNG from diesel in reference to this, which one of the following statement is false? The same diesel engine is used in CNG buses, making the cost of conversion low. It is cheaper than diesel. It cannot be adulterated like diesel. CNG burns more efficiently than diesel. So, what is the answer for it? The same diesel engine is used in CNG buses, making the cost of conversion low. It is a false statement. The next, transposons can be used during which one of the following? Gene silencing. Transposons are for gene silencing. The next, match the following. Right? Metacentric chromosome, centromere in the middle forming two equal arms of the chromosomes. The next, acrocentric chromosome, centromere situated close to the end forming one extremely short and very long arms. The next, submetacentric chromosomes, centromere slightly away from the middle forming one shorter arm and one longer arm. The next, telocentric chromosome, centromere at the terminal end. Next match the following. Spirogyra, dominant haploid free living gametophyte. Fern, dominant diploid sporophyte alternating with reduced gametophyte called prothallus. Feraria, dominant haploid leafy gametophyte alternating with partially dependent multicellular sporophyte. Cycas, dominant diploid sporophyte vascular plant with highly reduced male or female gametophyte. Which of the following occurs due to the presence of autosome linked dominant trait? Sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia. The anatomy of springwood shows some peculiar features. Identify the correct set of statements about the springwood. First statement, it is also called as the early wood. Second statement, in spring season, cambium produces xylem elements with narrow vessels. Third statement, it is lighter in color. Fourth statement, the spring wood along with autumn wood shows alternate concentric rings formed annual rings. And fifth statement, it has lower density. Choose the correct answers from the options 1, 3, 4, 5. So first one, it is also called as the early wood. Then next third statement, it is light in color. And fourth statement, the spring wood along with the autumn wood shows alternative concentric rings formed annual rings. The next fifth statement, it has lower density. Then next, which part of the fruit labeled in the given figure makes it is false fruit? చూడండి ఇక్కడ అక్కడ సీను డిపెక్ట్ చేశారు. సి ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ thalamus, right? In the following palindromic base sequence of the DNA, which can be cut easily by particular restriction enzyme. In the following palindromic base sequence of the DNA, uh, restriction enzyme, GAA-TTC, right? GAA-TTC అటు నుంచి చదివినా ఇటు నుంచి చదివినా ఒకే మీనింగ్ వస్తే దాన్ని పాలిండ్రోమిక్ సీక్వెన్స్ అని చెప్పేసి అంటారు, రైట్? సో చూడండి, ఫస్ట్ ఆప్షన్ ఇస్ రైట్ వన్ ఫర్ దట్. సో ఇటు నుంచి చూసిన GAA-TTC అండ్ అటు నుంచి చూసిన GAA-TTC వస్తుంది, రైట్? సో దెన్ నెక్స్ట్, వైల్ explaining interspecific interaction of population, sign is assigned for beneficial interaction, sign is assigned for detrimental interaction, and 0 for neutral interaction. Which of the following interaction can be assigned plus for one species and minus for another species involved in the interaction? Predation. Which one of the following will accelerate phosphorus cycle? Phosphorus cycle, weathering of rocks. Given below are two statements. One is labeled as assertion A and the other is labeled as reason R. Assertion A. Mendel laws of independent assortment does not hold good for the genetics that are locked closely on the same chromosome. Reason. Closely located genes assort independently. In the light of the above statements, choose the correct answer from the option given below. So here A is correct, R is incorrect. If a genetist used the blind approach for the sequencing the whole genome of an organism followed by assignment of function to different segments, the methodology adapted by him is called as sequence annotation. Sequence annotation.